boys and girls. Welcome to Central Kids Storytime Online. Today's story is about Moses, so gather around and listen. Our story takes place in Egypt today. This was where the Israelites had been living since the time of Joseph. Do you remember Joseph? He was the guy who was sold by his brothers to the Egyptians. The Israelites had been living here for a very long time. There was a new king. The new king, also known as Pharaoh, didn't know Joseph. He wasn't a very kind king. He was rather mean to the Israelites living in Egypt. The king made the Israelites work as slaves. He made their lives very difficult. He made them work very hard under taskmasters who didn't treat them well either. They were in bondage. The Israelites' population was growing, and this made the king very cross. He made a law that all Hebrew girls that were born were allowed to live, but all Hebrew boys that were born had to be thrown into the Nile River. There was a Levite woman who had a baby. It was a little boy, but she wasn't going to let him die, so she hid him for 3 months. And when she could no longer hide him, she took a basket made of bulrushes and made it waterproof. She went down to the river and put the basket in the water. She put her baby in the basket and set it out onto the river. How do you think she was feeling when she was doing this? She was a clever mum, though. She didn't leave her baby all alone. His older sister Miriam was keeping an eye on him from between the bulrushes as he floated along the river. A beautiful princess from the palace heard the baby crying in the basket. She took him out and made him her own. But Miriam was brave and went and spoke to the princess. Miriam offered for a Hebrew lady to nurse the Hebrew baby for a while, and the princess agreed. Moses' own mum was able to look after him for a very long time until he was old enough to go to the palace. This reminds me of a verse. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Psalm 121, verse 8. This is what you will need for your craft. Take the piece of paper and draw a river. Color the river in. When you are done, take your basket and put your baby in the basket. So what did you learn this week? God is always with us. He's always watching over us. Thank you for joining us at Central Kids Storytime Online. See you next week. Bye-bye.